Okay, so I've been working really hard at trying to figure out how I can, expand the podcast, um, get more followers, get more views, what kind of content is uh, required. Well, I guess not required, but what people are wanting to see or hear. Obviously, since it's still off season for about another month till turkey season kicks in, and I go on my first turkey hunt. So I decided I would do this video while at the same time I am also recording a snippet to put onto the podcast. I won't be a actual episode. It would just be kind of like an update, just so you can see how I kind of do things. There's a recording app on my laptop. Cord plugs in, and it goes to a microphone. Microphone records everything. I can change how it picks up sound and stuff. I always do a sound check before every episode. And then there's this book for the listeners that won't see the YouTube or decide not to click the YouTube or the Instagram sound. There's this book. I write everything in here. It's basically my ledger for upcoming hunts that I'm planning, trip prices, episodes for the podcast, who I'm with, what I'm going to talk about. So I kind of structure everything through this because I'm more of a person that likes to write things down. I'm not very good at remembering stuff, so but yeah, so there's a little bit of that. Just what's come in the podcast. Before, there hasn't been anything set yet. There's just been verbal agreement as they were busy this week up in Wisconsin. If you haven't heard of this show, please go check it out. Give them a like, give them a follow. Watch their YouTube hunting series. They're really cool guys. So I'm supposed to have one of them on the show this week at some point. Like I said, there's no guarantee yet. It's all verbal agreement, which it depends on his schedule. I'm not going to rush him. There's no point to rush. I'm not in any rush. So if he can, great. We'll get him on this week. We'll get this episode out on this Friday coming. If not, we'll try and get him on a later date, and I'll substitute someone in. But he is a full-time employee, deer hunter, turkey hunter, and advocate for the Breaking Point TV. He's from Wisconsin. I do not even want to try to say his last name because I will butcher it. But his first name is Aaron. He's a pretty cool dude. Me and a buddy and his brother went to Columbus, Ohio, not last weekend, weekend before, and we went to the Ohio Expo hunting show or whatnot. I don't remember what it was called completely, but there's over 300 vendors or something like that there. You can go walk around, look at, talk to. We went down for a few main people to talk to, and we accomplished that goal. We talked to the working class bow hunter, met those guys, and then we met Whitetail Adrenaline as well. We went to the bar actually with all three groups of guys: the Breaking Point, Whitetail, the working class bow hunter. Excuse me. I just completely butchered that, but that's just who I am. I butcher words all the time. And we also went to the bar with Whitetail Adrenaline. So we got to know these guys pretty cool. We were out till 3 a.m. I am still not drinking, so I was just there pounding Red Bulls till 3 in the morning. I did not sleep very well, but I had a great time. Got to meet people, trying to network as best I can. I'd hang out with those guys any day of the week, man. They were just that cool. I supported each one of them. Well, not Whitetail Adrenaline. I decided I had spent too much money on a hat from the Breaking Point TV, which I think is probably not my new favorite hat just because of the way it looks. And then I bought a working class bow hunter hat as well. But they were really cool dudes. I'd love to hang out with them again. Hopefully we can try and get some more things going in the future where we work together. I'm not going to solely use them to try and grow my page and my channel or anything like that. That's selfish. I just want to make friends with them. Occasionally shoot them a message. Hey, how's your season going? Did you guys get one? just become friends with them. They're really cool dudes. But I'm excited about this episode. I say there was a lot of stuff we talked about that night, and I tried to soak it up as much as I could while we were in the bar, but it was very loud, and I couldn't hear half the conversations, couldn't hear half the words that were being spoke. So be looking for that episode, hopefully this Friday. But if not, there will be an episode out on Friday at 10 a.m. like there should be. I figured out my upload problem. It is the Wi-Fi, so that will not be an issue. I will make sure if I have low Wi-Fi, I get to somewhere with Wi-Fi that will be accurate enough, I just butchered that word, to upload before Friday at 10 a.m. when it's supposed to come up. So that will not happen again. And if it does, feel free to message me and be like, what the hell? Give me the shit I deserve. I'm not afraid to take it. So with that, I'm going to switch over to kind of how I learned the deer hunt. A little bit of background how I deer hunt, because I know I've never really introduced myself or how I hunt or anything like that. I've told the story about my big deer last year. That's about it. I know we've gotten away from hunting in the last recent episodes, but that's because there's not a lot of hunting episodes right now. I'm still trying to grow guests and get reputable names and, just start from the ground up. So one of the things I'm a very heavy learner. I'm a very big history person. I love history. I have a lot of books. So this is one I've read. It's older now, but I read books to help me with anything and everything I can to get better at deer hunting. This one is a Deer Hunter's Land and Manager's Pocket reference to how to better manage your land to bring in bigger whitetail or maintain big whitetail on your land. This one is just a deer hunting manual. It's pretty basic, but there are things I was able to take away from it. You can learn how to accurately age a deer in this, I believe, what kind of nutrients they need. I don't know if it has anything about scoring, but it was a good read. A guy at the local church is letting me borrow this right now so I can get better at shed hunting. And I just picked this up last week for my own personal pleasure, since I enjoy watching elk hunting videos. So that are the physical implements I use to help me get better at deer hunting. I recently just downloaded onX Hunts. That is very helpful. I'm about to get rid of the other app I was using, even though onX does not give wind direction in a hunt or property at all. There is ways of doing that without having to worry about it. For example, wind checkers, your puffers or whatever. So I'm going to get rid of HuntWise, the orange app, basically with the deer antler. Everybody knows what it is. It's the little brother to onX, and it's just not as good. I use the Moon Phase. What that is it's, I forget his last name, but Adam something or other. He shoots big deer all the time. I believe he runs the 200-inch club. What it is it monitors the red moon phases and it gives you days, temperature, peak times to be in and out of the woods, what in a deer moving, and it explains what the red moon does, which I'm not going to go through that now. We're almost at 10 minutes already. But go look that one up. That one is highly useful. One of my favorites. I use it every year. It is also one of the reasons I killed my deer. Let's see here. What else do I use? I do watch Masio Go. I watch that show. A bunch of different shows on top of it. The outdoor TV, I watch that. So I pay for both subscriptions, and then you get to watch all kinds of different hunting videos and stuff. On top of that, YouTube and Masio Go is the only place to find this show, which I heavily credit to me shooting my deer, and that's Whitetail Edge, Ben Rising out of Ohio. He's on Masio Go and YouTube. Go look him up, give him a follow. And then I use Phase System stand scent removal, pumps it pumps foam into your hand. You get rid of the sweaty smell after hiking into your stand or whatnot. My rattling antlers and my grunt call, or the extinguisher grunt call, and the black rack. So I use those. I got a Bear compound, Bear legit. So it, what release you use, what bow you shoot, what rattler antlers or grunt tube you use. That's all personal preference. I've just personally witnessed success with these implements that I use, or I've seen it on YouTube or someone that consistently shows they use it well and they teach you how to use it. So that's why I would buy it. For example, Whitetail Edge. But I'm constantly out there looking. I got multiple different trail cameras. I'm not a big brand name guy. I like to save money where I can. I got a camera out right now. I'm trying to find travel locations for deer, and then say I'm gonna buy not Spy Point. I'm gonna buy a cell cam some point this year to put out on a part of the property I hunt in Ohio. I'm gonna buy tag and license for PA, maybe Michigan, and Ohio this season. So that'll be quite the adventure. Most likely those will all be self-filmed hunts. I'm eventually going to get into a different camera. I have a Tacticam right now, regular camera, and I'm looking at a GoPro, and I have my phone, iPhone 11 Pro Max. I know this is probably a really boring video for half of you guys, so if you stuck through it this long, I appreciate it. I kind of want to do a Q&A session, let people just ask all kinds of questions and grill me, and I'll do my best to answer them. What kind of content you want to see, who do you want to hear from? Obviously, I'm not acquainted with the Drury Brothers or, bone collectors, so I can't get them on the show. But I am reaching out to other hunters podcasts via TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, pretty much trying to get out there, spread my name, get their name spread on my show. Because that's what I'm standing for. That's what I created the whole thing for. Is I want to pass down everything I learned through hunting and fishing down to the next generation. That's what the hunting channel is directly for. When I have hunting episodes on the podcast, that's obviously what they're for. But the podcast is also a dual sword, dual edge blade, where it's dudes being dudes, hanging out, BS, and catching up, becoming friends. That's what it's about. But I believe this community is one of the best communities in the world. Always got each other's backs. Something happens, we'll be there to help, do what we can to pick you up. So I'm going to work on structuring the podcast a little bit better, follow a sequence, and that way that it's easier to understand and know what to expect. But if you would, please give me a follow, give it a share. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, leave a comment, whatever it is, just hit me up, man. I'm pretty easygoing, got a lot of time to talk to people. So with that, I'm gonna, end it the way I've always ended my podcast episodes, even though I said this wasn't a real podcast episode. It was kind of like a sub episode. But just go out and live your life, have fun, man. Summertime's right around the corner. Hopefully we can get through this false winter and hit the springtime so we get them gobblers in front of the barrels of those guns. But yeah, get out there and go have fun, live your life, man. And with that, I'm Zach Fuhr, and this is Grindstone Adventures, and I'm out.